There we go, locking it in. The Link, and then this time, the Alex.
All right. So Hayst still looking to keep it in. Obviously, we're starting to see fewer and fewer of the staff's representatives, and now he has a big upset now on his hands if he can take this one against Gaia. We're still in that best of 5 format.
And he is Gaia, doing exactly what we said, sets up those walls and starts to mine. I'm actually heavily interested in whose pick this stage would have been, because I personally think Hayst would have benefited a hell of a lot more with platforms, because as I was saying about like covering it by putting bomb on it while approaching, but who knows? This actually could be his pick.
I think he's just looking at how the other matches went, and we saw how those side platforms were really, really good for those TNT setups with the lava. So maybe he's just trying to take that as an option and not get complacent and then end up losing a stock. That's going to be a full charge, and at the very least, it's got 3 hits on it rather than the up B, but we still don't like to see it this early in the set.
Obviously, he was fishing for it for just any damage he can find. Unfortunately, didn't quite work out.
You know, actually kind of like that. So we were wondering how he was going to do it. This time, he just rushes up to him with bomb, and he doesn't even explode it. He just puts it down, because then Gaia has to at least respect it. He can't just mine for free. There is, you know, TNT that's on Hast's own terms. Now just, like, there for him to pressure, and it won't get stuck on any platforms because there's just none on FD.
Exactly. Hayst tries to come in with that double jump, gets caught by the minecart with no resources left. Just had to take it to the face.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he meant to fast fall that down next. I think if he was trying to go for that pogo, it would have been okay. But unfortunately, that's not going to be the case here. Hayst this time going to pogo off the shield, and he is going to take a decent amount of damage. We get the extension there off of the wooden block. The explosion, it goes so high.
It really, really does. I genuinely think if you haven't played against Gaia before, because I haven't seen many other Steves do it quite like Gaia, if you haven't played against Gaia before, it will take a game or two to realize the tricks, adapt to them, and get them set into your brain of, I'm not jumping here, I'm not rolling here.
I actually think that Hayst charged the arrow too high there. I didn't actually have the drop off to connect. Waits out the anvil, makes sure to net get to Ansi. Obviously, Link, you don't think of it as like a horizontally proficient up B, but it can have some decent range, and you don't have to be so aggressive on your drift in. All right, shields both hits, but gets caught. And air dodges in, unfortunately. 3 stocks to 1.
There's the grab bomb in hand. That looks like it's gonna, yeah, do that. You can always tell because the bomb will actually like start to pulse when it's getting near the end of its tether, because I mentioned earlier about how fire will make the bomb blow up early. It also is on a timer, just a longer one than most other bombs in this game.
Yeah.
And when it starts pulsing with light, it's about to go off on its own terms.
Not quite like C4, in that sometimes if you just forget about it, it can catch you off guard. This one at least likes to warn you of its presence, so usually user error. And it's not like some other ones where like catching it can reset the timer on it.
Yeah, it is just, it exists, and then it doesn't. Either way, Gaia tries to get back, but Hayst is trying to excel at keeping him on ledge. But with these diamond tools, he just went from like 75 to 100 in a hit. Oh my god.
Oh, goes for the tournament winner in order to get it. Gaia actually playing from pretty far out. I think he was fishing for the kill into TNT, but still a little bit too much time on it. Rolling, gets scouted. Great reaction there from Gaia. 2 stocks for the first game.
I was trying to say, the absolute brains that Hayst had, the throw of the boomerang to hit the pressure plate to just dismiss TNT so we had a free recovery back to the ledge was clean. I was a big fan of that.
You know, it's funny because as much as Sakurai is a stickler for trying to get things to be correct, that interaction shouldn't have worked because a boomerang is an item.
Really?
Items don't set off wooden pressure plates. They have to be gold pressure plates in order to set off with items. So technically, that interaction shouldn't work. Oh, for goodness sake. Get me out of here.
Isn't this like a 5-second loop of a track?
That's kind of go hard though, I won't lie.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it because this is what we're going to have for the next, like, this 5-second loop is it for like 6 minutes.
Get ready for the next battle. 3, 2, 1.
Maybe. We'll see.
I mean, it is
see.
the only dance from this game I know how to do, and it's a banger.
You didn't have to admit that live.
Look,
you know that, right?
We've done. It's how we test to see blur reduction on the cameras.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, that's awful.
Hey, look.
Either way,
You should have seen when Holler and Yodelin was playing. There was like 9 of us.
oh lord, that is awful. Either way, Hayst already a little bit behind. Gaia playing the defensive game, traps Hayst in that minecart. Doesn't push in, but in fact takes the time to get some mines. Sets up those blocks, TNT on top, and pressure plate's gone as well. Keep in mind that TNT is on its own timer, on own accord. Neither of them want to engage on it.
Yeah, pretty easy free mine there from Gaia. He wasn't really in any danger. The bomb just couldn't get thrown from the distance that was being commanded by the TNT. It's still crazy that that has like such a decent hitbox on such a fast startup. Just single F smash, but actually doesn't take off.
Yeah, really doesn't. Gaia goes for that minecart, but Hayst goes underneath, knowing where it means to stay safe.
Ooh, gets the drag down on the fair, so he's able to get at least a jab there for it. Nothing too much more than that. He's not able to snipe out the recovery, but now Hayst is starting to play on his own tempo. That's going to be double, somehow clanked.
Oh no.
You can see the little scrape hitboxes, but going to be denied the chance at an early kill. Going to have to work a little bit harder for it, but Hayst is looking in control here on Callus. Gets the full conversion, but once again, the tool's not going to quite work the way he wants them to. Has to, once again, scout out another glider recovery, but backs off and takes some stage control. The pickaxe going to beat out the Nair. He's looking for a jump that doesn't quite come out. I think he's waiting for that sort of dash back into the minecart that we've been seeing employed by Gaia at these low percents, but it's a big up air for Hayst to take the first stock.
Currently got bomb in hand, set on field, ready for Gaia to put in any kind of, well, to catch anything that he can. Sets that anvil down. Hayst knows to avoid it at this point. And look, as I said, the knowledge from game one is absolutely huge. You look at what Gaia does, and you kind of keep it in the back of your mind. So when you're going forwards, you're like, I know the hitbox of some of these things that I need to avoid. And all of a sudden, Hayst is stock up.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a little bit too early on his attempt at a punish. Air dodge is forced to be burned early, and the bomb is on stage. Nice use of the surprise. All right, you know what? We're just going to leave that. This man's like ledge trapping is like 4D chess. Nice mash comes out from Hayst. You can't go for a pummel there whilst he's on 0. We've seen that he's able to mash out on 100, but no mashing out of this. Unfortunately, though, for Gaia, he's going to drop the combo with the diamond. That would have been a big chance to try and tie up the percent, and instead he's going to be looking to try and tie up the stocks if he's unable to get out of this ledge trap situation. Hayst also multiple layers to the way that he tries to keep you stuck in the corner.
Big pop-up from that down tilt, and again, he's going to keep going. Hayst has to keep recovering this way, and he makes it back, but he gets put straight back off stage. There it is again, down tilt, and here it goes again, down tilt, and here it goes again, down air, and it takes a kill.
Yeah, nice change in the tempo there. Just trying to repeat the reps until you can close out the stock, nice and simple. And he has taken this one back despite a really, really strong start there from Hayst. Second hit of forward there is going to send him off, and we're going to see the down throw on the bomb. Unfortunately, loses out the hitbox. Not quite able to just get that disjoint, but the Hayst tried and true going to set us to tied stocks on game 2.
That it is. Bomb sitting center stage, ready for anyone to pick it up and use it for their own. As Gaia grabs it, throws it away into the ether, leaving Hayst ready and available to just pull it back out whenever he needs it. Oh no! There it is for the first time on stream today. Gaia has built the L.
The thing is, can he avoid them as he looks to try and stay alive in this lower bracket? Is he going to be dealt yet another one, this time the hands of a Staff Lad himself? Hayst, you know?
Come on, man. Not 2.
Yeah, he's getting them ready. We called him out for messing them up in his set against Lucretia, but this time he's getting them on deck, and the F smash going to net him his second W in the set. One last chance here for Hayst. He was looking so good.
He really was. Honestly, I think it was the L's.
Game crashed.
Okay. Honestly, it was the Orange Justice, I think. I think it was the song.
All right, yeah, the game's crashed. Let's turn us down in case it breaks. Yeah, we're going to turn us down in the venue. So, those of you just joining us, it is 2-0 in favor of Gaia. Hayst is going to be looking to try and take this on Kalos Pokemon League. They're going to come in with all 3 stocks, which is going to fully replay that 3rd game. And hopefully, the rest of the tournament getting back on schedule. The cheer from the crowd as we go in. Now see if Horde Hayst can get himself a game on the board, or whether it's going to be Earthwind and Gaia with the 3-0 to bring an end to an impressive run for Hayst.
Exactly. It is still all to play for. We could see the most incredible comeback in the history of comebacks if Hayst can manage to take 3 games off of Gaia without dropping a single one himself.
Gets the block out, actually pushes the bomb off. Definitely not the intended destination for the bomb. Bounces off, almost shades of Rob there, but the Anvil just breaks the combo. Nice glide cancel
Big F smash from Hayst. That thing has tons of power sitting away, and he knows it. And that bomb setup into up tilt is a very classic move of his. Goes off stage. Air dodge gonna have to recover. Does it fine and avoids the TNT with expert fashion.
You know, this is maybe why we see the Kalos pick, so he can just go for the tournament winner onto a platform and be able to just try and get his feet back on the ground without having to just be playing from air. You know, call it the tournament winner, obviously from Melee. It's not nearly as bad as it is in that game, but still a jump from the ledge. So easy to scout if your reaction time is on point.
That it is. That explosion will be sending Gaia absolutely miles. And another one tries to call out something, but gets hit by the S-Smash, which takes the first stock of this game 3.
Dash dance there, gets the boomerang connection as well. And now he's just trying to finish off Gaia without taking too much damage, but unfortunately for him, he's going caught the stone though, so that means it's not going to be as easy to connect them for Gaia, but Hayst still pulls the trigger early and is going to get punished for it. Finally gets that stock gone, but he's taken 53 in response.
And he has that Nair, trying to find his way into an F-Smash, but he can't find it, only on Gaia's shield. So, that's a free punish. Obviously, Gaia also chilling with diamond weapons is a terrifying prospect. He is at 16%. They are going to be lasting for a while. What is that setup?
Not quite sure, but it's hidden the TNT, almost like removed it from the mental stack.
Fairly certain that was designed to call out almost any option, because if he jumps, there was all the chance in the world that it would destroy the stone block and then drop the anvil onto him.
So many layers of thinking here for Gaia. And we're starting to see from him kind of what we saw in that first game. And we just see that his ledge trapping is never just as simple as you got through it and now you're safe. It's you got through it and now you have to deal with this or that. And nice conversion there from Hayst, but unfortunately the up air only finding one. And we can see the full conversion as the diamond breaks. Gonna bring it straight back out, tries to finish it off stage. Hayst just barely able to stay alive. Waits for it. Guy actually walks back into the up smash. Yeah,
massive up smash. Almost sealing the deal, but obviously counters a really high ceiling. This obviously comes with the Hayst's pick. And he does love to kill that up smash, but I believe Kalos is one of the highest ceilings on the roster, right?
Definitely, if not up there, but it's going to be a clean finish. There's a little bit of a break in between, but Hayst going to be crashing out at that 5th place. A well-played game from him. Definitely should be proud of his performance here on home soil.